One time, Dora was sleeping. Then, when she was sleeping, she saw a shooting star. She don't say that because a shooting from a planet. She was still heading into it, but and we had to fix it. So she did. Then she was a fairy, and Butch was a fairy too. And they left up in the sun, and Jesus was there. But Jesus later, she found the little shooting star. Then she was in big trouble, but she found it, and she gave it to Dad. He was flying on the butterfly. So much! He told that Dad because the butterfly was me. I want to see him for 500 years. And he took. But then the lights go out. Then Jesus can see because he's invisible. And he played music. And then the lights go on. And then he was beautiful. And then she loved God. And then is it done? I love you, Daddy. She was eating food. Then her stomach was fat. The end. I'm thankful for my mom and dad, and you have to be thankful too. So, be thankful for everything. Once upon a time, once upon a time, Dora ate too much food. She exploded. She ate popcorn, ice cream, and donuts. Dora ate too much food. She won't die. She didn't die because she had a visible eye. So she was happy. Boots was staying at home because he was sick. He had waves everywhere because he did eat too much food. He was sick. And then they eat food that's healthy, like spinach, broccoli, and potatoes, and green beans. And for dessert, they had ice cream. And then after ice cream, they had water. And then watch a movie and snuggle with Boots. And then Jesus was there. So then Jesus said, be careful with the little star. It's very delicate. It's for your pajamas. So then she be very careful because of glass. And then she got home and she dropped it. And then she fixed it with glue. And then it was so happy. Here, I want that. But then Dora said, only if you were a fairy, you can go up in the sky. And she died. So he would have feel one of you nice. Oh, well, I'm not a fairy, so I can't fly in the sky. Boots said, Dora said, it's okay, but you don't have my fairy wings. So Boots take them, but Boots did take them because she would never take them back. So right, I don't like being a fairy anymore. So he take them, and then he got a star too. Then he break that too. Then he fixed it with tape and glue. So it taped on and stayed on. So then they picked roses. They went to Tosco, but it's really a dream. So they really don't to Tosco, but it's a dream. So they buy lots of food that's healthy. Chicken went to Tosco, and all of the people said, huh? Why is a chicken in Tosco and flying with food in its mouth? It's so crazy! So he went home. The end. Batman voices the light bulb by Lauren and Kyanka. 8. 5. Once upon a time, there was a man named Batman who thought it was a light bulb and then put it in his eye globe. And then he had his eyeballs glow out and he said, "Ah, my eyes are gone! Ah!" And then he said, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm on TV, Batman, yeah!" And then a lady said, "What are you doing? I'm supposed to make you an ow, ow, ow!" And then he said, "I'm not busted enough." And then the light stopped to a light bulb. And then he said, "Oh, I'm a little girl. Oh, I'm a little girl. Oh, I'm a little girl. Oh, I'm a little girl." Okay, so that is funny. Bye-bye. The beginning. Bye. Lauren! Kyanka! 5! 8, 5, I mean! Once upon a time, there were zombies. And a little girl who painted a Christmas tree. Some paints fallen off, and it was red and green and white. They went to a fake house. It was a gingerbread house, and then they were locked in jail in a hospital. Then they had crystals and their foreheads, and then they exploded. They ate some people because there was girl hospitals and boy hospitals. The princess zombie was still alive. She went home and she had some people for lunch. And then she had dinner. The next day, she was dead from a killing bull. The end. The story of the little doll by Lauren and Jaylen, age 5. Bye-bye. Once upon a time, there was a little doll who likes to paint. The little doll come from India, and she likes to sing and she dances all the time. The little doll can make rainbows. That night, the little doll was sleeping and a bunny appeared. The bunny's name was Carrot, and he nibbled the carrot. And I said, and then they hopped away to a store. She chased the bunny. She shot the bunny with rainbows. Oh, don't wait, I'm going to jump home. And then they went home to have some food. She thought to bed, now I can go to sleep. And then it's ending 2 days sleep. The end! The end! The end! The story of the Fairy Mermaid by Lauren and Jaylen, age 5. Once upon a time, there was a mermaid that swims, flies, and I have the hiccups today. She lives underwater seahorses. She's a mermaid fairy. She can fly, she can swim, she can do anything. She's a princess too. She's a robot mermaid fairy princess human. Stop it. Her name is Matilda. And one day, she had a witch came to her house. She said, "Tonight you will eat that mermaid fairy tonight." And then she farted. The witch swam away to her cave of magic and monsters. Ghosts, zombies, robots, and lights stood up. The end. Hey, this is a funny one. This is the story of how I died today. Volcanoes all with hot lava. And I died. And the sausage was like, "Oh, good grief, now I'm gonna die too."
Who should die this time?
Shmorky. Shmorky. This is the good grief. This is the Shmorky. This is the lava. This is the This is the oh good grief. 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 No! Sorry! Spider-Man, with the button eyes by Lauren and Jaylen, age 7. One day there was a Spider-Man, and he was going to save a button falling from the ceiling. And then, he saved it, but then his eyes grew into buttons, showing buttons. He tried to get off, but then his hands turned into buttons, and soon he turned into buttons, and there was still no solution to the jail all the Spider-Man button eyes. Then, computer came, and then he had all jiggly hands. He tried to fight it, but he can't. And he even had strings to climb. And then, he tried to defeat it, but, Spider-Man loses. Got it. One time there was a squibble, and it's turned into a thingamajig. And then all the people didn't know what it was, so it was nothing.
What is nothing anyway?
Once upon a time, there was a zombie and a skeleton. They were very best friends. One day, the skeleton fell apart. The zombie tried to help it, but then its arm fell off, so they didn't know what to do. And then there was a helicopter with a human, and it brought a hamster, and then it bit the person, and so he turned into a scary hamster human. And so there was a girl who tried to kill it, but she turned into one too. And then there was a boy, he got out because he was brave. And then the skeleton scared him. The helicopter crashed in a forest where all the monsters were. Bigfoot, aliens from outer space, a UFO, and robots. They were trying to get him. Werewolf guy came to the forest with the boy. He was climbing at the top of the tree and said, and then he fell down, and so he ran as fast as he could. The boy was surrounded. They killed him, and so he died. The end!
Then it's okay.
Yeah. So, Mike, we have a winner this year.
We do. Rich Kyanka of Something Awful. His daughter, Lauren Kyanka, 5 years old, is quite a storyteller.
Quite the filmmaker.
And this is a film made by her. This is her voice. She narrated, she wrote this, and it was animated by Rich and Company. So take a look at this. Lauren Kyanka, 5 years old.
This is the story of the greatest superhero in the whole entire world, Donut! His power is to make a world so people need a world. I need a world because I'm poor. Donut, the superhero, made walls for the whole entire town. For trees so they die, and flowers so they die, and poisons so they faint, and teeth who has a loose tooth. Donut's villain is Microphone. Microphone's power is to make things noisy. He makes it like, a princess came along in a tower, and Donut had to save the princess, and they all looked around, do-do-do-do-do-do, running in circle, do-do-do-do-do, running in circle. I can't get to my home because it's my Donut. I'm so poor now, I didn't have any food to eat. Boop, I'm dead. Thanks, Donut, you're the best. Mwah! The end.
There you have it.
Yes.
Lauren Kyanka. Well,
That was imaginative.
it was imaginative, it was promising, but we thought, she won our scholarship. We could give her a few notes. So we gave her a few notes from, our best dramaturgical advice, and
Help her hone her craft a little bit.
and she came up with this.
She matured. This is her second film.
Yeah,
By
it's where she
Sophomore
really
effort.
finds her stride.
Here we go.
Once upon a time, there was a house, was a monster, and it can walk around when people are sleeping. And at all houses, when they're scared of a house, they do. The evil house was walking along because he had no family. And the house went to France. Waka, that's the French sound. When the people saw the house in France, they wanted to live in it. But everyone wanted to live in it, so they stopped fighting. Oh, I would smash you with this mighty sword. Actually, that's a steak, mighty man. Jesus went and Jesus got to live in the house from France. Jesus moved in, and then Jesus found Jules. Jules and Ghost hunted Jules and Ghost. The door was locked. After that, there was hair on the floor. And then he found a frog with blonde hair. And the hair was a mustache. And the frog had a beautiful long dress, but it had frogs on it. And he said, oh, look at that little frog. I want to kiss it. And then Jesus kissed the frog with blonde hair. And he said, I want to get married with me. Oh. And they said, oh, yeah. Then they got married. Dun 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 dun. Here she comes, Miss America. Dun, 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 dun. Jesus and the frog lived happily ever after, locked in a cage. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Jaylen. She sounded like this. I love princesses. And then she said, after that, a terrible, wicked, meanie, fat beast came. And then Jaylen said, oh no. And then she said, what's going to happen? And then she said, oh no. And then she said, what is going to happen? And then she ran away as quick as she can. And while she was running, she talked to a magical broom and said, when is she coming? Oh no, oh no. And then a beautiful fairy came in, and her name was Lauren. She said, do you need help? And Jaylen said, yes. And then the fairy said, what do you need help with, Jaylen? Because a terrible thing is about to happen. What is it? A different fat monster. Oh, with hair. I must stop it. Bachoom, fairy power, bachoom. And the skeleton monster, hairy fat monster with lots of hair was never seen again. The end! Yeah! Yeah, it's the best thing, thank you. The end! Once upon a time, there was a horse named Lemon. She's a nice, pretty horse. She's not a unicorn. She could throw bombs to trick evil monsters. Inside the bombs, it's poison and it blows up it. The bad guy is a dragon, and he has a doll for his ear, and he has a mustache on his ear, and he has a hot dog for his eyes. In his smile, he has a sad face. He smashed the table, and the unicorn got his powers to stop the monster. That's all I got. By Jaylen, age 5. Once upon a time, there was a poor little lady named Jaylen. She had beautiful hair, and her favorite thing to eat was tutu. Her beautiful pink tutu that she sucked on, ate on, and it's halfway gone. That's that day. Somebody said, "Where's my new baby?" And Jaylen said, I don't know, sorry. Wait, I think I'm just talking to myself because I'm the one who lost my blue blankie. Why is my blue blankie lost? Maybe it's in your room. Oh, thank you, me from another dimension. And then a terrifying ghost that toots a lot. A toot. A toot. And then she laughed about and then it went happily ever after. And I just chewed it.